UAP Season 72 volleyball action, women's volleyball action continues here on Studio 23, courtesy of ABS-CBN Sport. We're talking about Adamson versus Ateneo. It started out really tight. Then Adamson separating themselves. And on cue pa, no, Ivy, right after the interview, Iman with Coach Dulce about her preaching defense and all that, doon nagkaroon ng separation.
That's right, and we've seen now the consistency of how Adamson played with her. Well, they faltered a bit,
yes.
you know. We've seen them that they committed errors, and basically that's the only points that Ateneo has been getting over the first set. But then they were able to recover. And one thing about this, Coach Minerva mentioned about defense. Their defense at the net was exceptional.
Yes, exactly. Really blocking the likes of Acevedo, Carpaccio, even at one point, the new player, Bhagat Singh, as we look at those numbers right now.
Well, here it's clearly, we can see the advantage or where Adamson has been leading up against Ateneo. And basically in attacking, it's 50%.
Double, no?
Double. And although in errors, it's not that far, but basically it's more of what we've seen in the rallies is that Adamson gets to score the point because Ateneo rather gets to score the points because of the errors of Adamson.
Yes. At saka kaya medyo magkadikit yan dahil ang dami nung sa Adamson nung una.
Right.
Diba? Nung marami ka alam, humabol ito sa dulo itong Ateneo. So, Ateneo looking to bounce back here at set number 2 at the arena in San Juan City. Earlier on, LaSalle winning in straight sets against the UE Lady Warriors. Si Hervasio, who has emerged the best server of this young season so far. She's actually tops in a lot of departments already, and that's what we kind of expected after her rookie season. We knew she was a potentially great athlete in general, not just volleyball. She just looks like a great athlete. Built like an athlete.
Yeah, definitely. Her build is definitely for an athlete.
And it's showing in terms of her skill set. Always in the top 10 of a lot of departments, including service, like I said, number 1. Panta taking that easily. Benting with a wind-up. Too slow. There's the reaction time of Kimpo on that one.
Well, if you notice, Angela Benting was coming all the way to probably half already of the court.
Went up the flight pad. Pascual tips it over. We go back to Angela. She recovers, but that's a little bit short on the cut shot.
Angela Benting was still out of position. She was trying to... she saw the blockers right in front of her. She's trying to avoid that.
2-1 lead here. That's a double contact, yep, for Patilano. And the referee saw it. Look at that.
Well, it was very clear.
Yep.
Clear error there from Patilano.
There's the Benting again, and look at her on top of that ball, Ivy.
And, you know, if you're here, we're very close to her, but you can really hear how hard she hits the ball.
Patong na patong. Yung palo.
Ang lakas no?
Ferrer. Pahe. Benting again. This time a little softer.
You can see the wrist action.
Yep.
Angela Benting has been applying to her attacks.
Just like that, we're tied at 3 with Pao Soriano now serving for the Lady Falcons, who took set number 1. We are in set number 2. Ferrer tips it over. Cristina from the back row. Ferrer again. Mea was checked. Go to the other side. Gimpo, the lefty, cross court, and Gata a little bit too slow on that one. Gretchen Ho now comes back in. That's Gimpo on your screens. Second with Ricky Flores.
And one of Coach Rogers' philosophies is that volleyball, like many other sports, is 99% psychology and 1% physical. He says that during practice, just control. During game time, it's the players' time to shine, which is why he's telling them to get their head in the game. They've been Lady Eagles need to focus now and follow through today. And lastly, huwag kayo papalo-palo half-heartedly. Expect to be blocked at ang coverage na ang bahala. Boom.
Thank you very much, Ricky. And that's what you were pointing out earlier, Ivy, the mental aspect of the game.
It's very, very important. And Coach Roger that's a good point, though, because once you're already in the game, you're on your own.
Yep.
You know, the coach cannot just go inside the court and correct you on the spot.
Yep.
Basically, you have to wait until timeout.
And then the timeouts are only 30 seconds.
That's right. And most often than not everything gets to be said in the timeout as well.
Well, that's why people say, right, there's an error here for Adamson, so a point for Ateneo. All of the instructions, everything, the plays, the patterns are all done during the practices.
That's right.
The players just have to put it in motion when they step onto the floor. Bahe serving. 5 serving 4. Bustillo with the wind-up. That's off the blocker. Check ball. They're tied again. And from the looks of things, Philka Inglet, wearing her warm-up jacket, might not return into this game. Check out the severity of that. Bahe did not handle the service. Reception problems. It's a bad reception again. Oh, and they got that Gervasio attack to crawl into the other net.
Lucky break. It's with a little help from the net.
You see her power, though.
Definitely.
Raw power and that's what she was all about last year. She was just all about power. There was not much consistency yet. And placement.
That's right. But now she has more variations now for her attack. The power is still there, but now she's added variation already.
Yep.
And probably...
Z was asking, sorry, Ivy.
Yeah.
Gata was again there to receive it. Z was asking for the ball. She was asking, and she keeps asking for it. And this time, this is wide.
Well, that's a good attitude, you know. Like after several attacks, you get defended. Still, you're not successful. You keep on asking for the ball. That's actually one of the things that the setter needs. You know, you have your presence felt. Because usually when you ask for the ball, yun yung cue ng setter para malaman kung sino talaga yung gigil para makapuntos eh.
She's stepping into that role, to si Gervasio. Dati, reluctant attacker pa siya. Pagka meron. Ngayon, hinihingin na niya. Kaya lang, ang lamang dito, ay Adamson University. They're up 2 to this technical timeout. Coach Dulce and the rest of the Lady Falcons ahead 8-6 and a set in this game between them and the Ateneo de Manila University Lady Eagles, who are sputtering so far in this game. There's got to be a little pressure on them too. Much talk about them trying to achieve the potential that everybody saw in the first year, while Adamson was just coasting along. Everybody knows they're coached by a great coach, so they know they'll always be in contention. And you have more from their side, from Maan Panganiban.
Yes, Boom, the Falcons may be looking perfectly when we talk about defense, offense, and whatnot, but did you know that they don't have practice or they don't have gym to use for practice? Yes, remnants of the Typhoon Ondoy it is. And according to Coach Dulce, sa semento nag-e-ensayo ang Lady Falcons sa labas ng gym nila. And this is one of the factors why the girls have limited ball movement. It is way different when you train on a cement court than play at the arena. And Coach Dulce said this might last for the rest of the season. And she jokingly added, kanina may naglalagay na ng semento sa loob